Hello, this is Alpine Comic Books, and I actually decided to do a comic video. Can you believe it? Well, today I want to talk about investing in comics, how collectors get the shaft. What do I want to start with? Well, looky here, investing in comics. Wow, a real book that somebody wrote about investing in comics. I came to realize a long time ago, I think aren't good investing strategies. I'm glad you like characters or books, but that's not economic theory. This is D.W. Howard. This book came out in 1988, and he was an Overstreet advisor for a while. He would write the letters in Overstreet books. And I agreed with a lot of things he wrote, and I disagreed. He didn't recommend any Bronze Age books, because he thought they were too prevalent in the market. I was heavily into bronze at this time, and I disagreed with him and continued my investing strategy. But he made a lot of good points. He had charts. He talked about dealers. He talked about investment strategies, and not from I like point of view. He tried to do economic theory and facts. We can't do that. So we're going to go to, where are we going here? Yes, right here, page 29. In point of fact, and this is done in 1988. In point of fact, in many ways, the current state of comics collecting hobby is very similar to the state of coin collecting in the 1930s. In terms of number of collectors, the figures are the same order of magnitude. In the terms of values of the most expensive rarities and the most expensive comics today, compare favorably with the most expensive coins of that earlier era. Finally, there were a substantial number of serious collectors seeking truly rare comics in the 1930s. The vast number of coin collectors were assembling sets of then current coins from circulation, just as today the majority of comic collectors are assembling their collection from now current publishing offerings. And this analogy is valid, then we can expect truly explosive growth in comic collecting in the next 10 to 30 years, which 1988, that's 2019, that's like 2018. The investor who chooses comic books today may well be making the best investment decision of the second half of the 20th century. Is this getting in on the ground floor? No, because the literal ground floor in comic collecting was 10 to 20 years ago. But this is the second story of the building. So if that was in 1988, and now we're in 2019, we're probably getting on the fourth story. And if you were to follow this, rare comic books have caught up to their coin collecting cousins. And that was a good analogy. And he broke it down. Have you ever heard anything about that? When I listen to these investing videos about comics, hell no. So let's talk about the current state of investing. Now it all runs on movies and TV shows. What new characters are going to appear in? Okay, let's look at that. Now, back in the 1990s, and this is fact, you can look it up in court documents, we'll just say that Overstreet had a monthly or bi-monthly publication on comic books. And it was run by a certain individual who you'll find out if you look for those issues. And certain individual was sued for collusion with comic stores about setting prices. And they shut down that magazine. Now today, when you get that information about this new character appearing in said TV show or movie, do you really think you're getting that information first? Off of these websites and things? That information is old. These big comic stores and conglomerates, or whatever you want to call, get this information way before the comic collector ever does. Isn't it just a coincidence that they always have a bunch of these magazines or books available of the new character? And they're not $1, but I bet you they got the information early and picked them up for 50 cents or $1. And you're getting a shaft. So you're not, it's not a fair playing field. Okay? People don't want to know the truth. Okay? And guess what? Comic books are a market, and there's a lot of corruption and insider trading, especially of information. Get real, guys. Get real. When they announce this character that's appearing in this movie, in this costume, that information has been known to people who are paying for 6 months or a year before. It's not a fair playing field. As for me, I'm not going to, from 1980 to the present, I'm not recommending any direct market comics. If you want to make money, buy newsstand comics from 1980 to the present. Look at Mile High. He did a nice article on it. Look at eBay. Go newsstand comic books and look at the prices of the people in the know. Now, they may not be getting it, but they're sure as hell a lot more than the direct market. Remember, you're investing. Okay, use investment principles. Supply, demand. How many were published on the newsstand? How many were published in direct market? What's the survivability of these issues? Nothing's changed. I look at the price. I haven't done much, but I look at the prices. Has the newsstands gone down in value? No, they've gone up. Way more than Carter Potts or direct market. Okay? It's nice to show books you have. And, I think this is going to be collectible. Come on, really think about it. Do your research, watch the trends. Remember, Marvel 30 and 35% price variants from the 1970s weren't really talked about or, till the 1990s. That's how on top of things Overstreet is. A bunch of crap. Look at my past videos. I've always talked about newsstands. I think that's the way to go. If I was starting my comic collection 20 years ago, I would have been a newsstand collector. Screw the direct market. I can go out from 1980 to the present, go on eBay, and get any direct market book I want. If to have a little time within 6 months, it will show up, and I may have to pay a little price. Newsstands are different. Nothing has changed. That's why I say I watch these investments, and they're like, I think, I like. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you like that. But that's not good investing philosophy. I learned that when I had stockbrokers who used to say, I like, I think. And 70% of my money went out the door because they're losers. So, guys, use your heads. Don't worry about what other people think. Do what you think is correct. Watch your past performance. Look at past performance. Oh, yeah, this is an investment video, and I screwed up. Past performance does not predict future returns. Always check with your investment person to make sure these are right for you. Because I don't feel like getting sued. And by SEC rules, if I start recommending certain books and don't give you that, I can be sued. Don't kid yourself. So, that's my video. That's my freaking rant. Nobody watches my videos anyhow, so who cares? Well, this is Alpine Comic Books signing off. And whoever watches, thanks. Take it easy. Remember, I I don't have a face for TV, and I don't have a voice for radio. So I'm really screwed. Bye.